Today, we are taking a look at Frenkie De Jong, and I'm here to tell you that he is the best midfielder I've used on FIFA 23 so far.
Bold statement right out of the back, Jack. I mean, it's not surprising. He looks very good, the combination of the pace, the dribbling, just everything, really. First things first, what impressed you most the first time you used him?
First time I used him, Robbie, I thought, okay, you know, he seems all right, nothing too special, but then it really hit home to me that this guy is literally the exact same in real life as he is in FIFA. He's so press resistant. He's so cool and collecting on the ball, even though I'm controlling him. But everything feels easy with him. He feels really quick. He feels really responsive, which is something that I've not felt with a lot of cards this year. And generally, Rob, he does the jobs that a midfielder needs to do really, really well. He intercepts the ball really well. He feels tall, even though he's only 5'11". When you are pressured with him, which does happen quite often, I feel like it's really easy to press this year, but not easy to deal with the press so much because of the left stick dribbling not being as great as it has been in previous years. But with De Jong, he can just control the ball really, really well. Combination of LB and RB dribbling, and then he can spray the ball. Once again, it goes to show that having good passing stats hopefully will make a big difference this year, Rob.
But yeah, he just looks like a fantastic player. Like the dribbling 87 on a box-to-box midfielder. I'm guessing that's what. Where did you use him, actually? That's a question.
So use him as a CDM in 4-2-2 and also a CDM in 4-2-3-1. To be honest with you, Rob, I was really quite excited going forward with him because he felt so good on the ball. He's got decent enough shooting. I know his stats aren't that great, but you'll see one of the absolute bangers that I scored with him. With 66 long shots. Genuinely, Rob, I feel like this year it's more important to be able to have good dribbling around the box and then like just green time a shot rather than having better shooting anyway. Worth 85k, that is the question though, Rob. I suppose everyone's wondering, aren't they?
Yeah, the Liga, to be fair, a lot of my team is the Liga. It seems like the move early on in the game, Jab. Particularly midfielders. I think there's quite a bit of a lack of midfielders in the game this early on. De Jong and other La Liga midfielders, maybe the answer?
Yeah, so I've got him partnered up with Bellingham. And Robbie, this guy is absolutely clear of Bellingham.
Really?
Like, I know obviously he's a lot more expensive, but you can really feel the premium.
Yeah.
Like I've said already, the things that he's got going for him are really important this year in, you know, in FIFA 23's meta. Really press resistant, really tidy ball player. You know, he'll do some real good ball work. I know I had to spend a lot of money to get him, but you know what, ladies? You pay for the best. You
do, absolutely you do. I mean, when it comes to ball playing, Jack, you want someone experienced, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a team a year for ball playing, for God's sake, so there's not many better than him. Having 4-star skills, Rob, gives him so many more important skills. You've got the Berber spin, you've got the 3-point touch, you've got the new heel-to-heel ball roll, you've got the croqueta. You've got a lot of things that are really, really important, I think, just to give you that extra yard of space, just to get a pass away. By the way, Rob, as well, his outside of the foot passes are incredible. You'll see one in the clips, guys, where he just, I don't even know how I saw it. I think I got the bloody Hubble telescope out and, you know, I was mapping the star path for years, honestly. Yeah. The passing is just, it's a pleasure to use with him, Rob. It's glorious. And you know what, Rob? I don't even miss the fact that he's not lengthy. I'm not bothered.
Touching on the passing, it's let down massive by his free kick accuracy as well. Short passing 91, long passing 89. It's a lethal combination, isn't it? And he's also got outside foot shot and finesse shot, which might make his shooting feel better than it actually is as well.
Yeah, 88 vision as well really does make a difference, in my opinion anyway. I used a shadow on him, you know, spoiler alert for the best chem style.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other choice. He feels so nice on the ball. You don't need to touch the dribbling. You don't need to touch the passing. I mean, I suppose there's an argument for an anchor, maybe, but for me, he feels more like one of those centre mids that's going to intercept a lot more than he is going to tackle.
You can unbutton your jeans with a pass, what I'm hearing.
Or his hands. You know, I'm not complaining either or.
Go on then, Jack. Go on to the end card. Was there anything you didn't like about him, or is he a complete 10?
No, Rob, there was absolutely nothing that I didn't like about the card. There was genuinely... I've come out of, you know, using him for about 10 games or so, and I've got no complaints, no notes whatsoever. No notes! But no... I've got no notes on him, no criticisms, genuinely. It surprised me, Rob, that his shooting was only 69. It felt, you know, pretty adequate, to be honest with you. And one thing that I think I valued more than anything is, like I say, with having high dribbling and good passing, is that he can contribute to that play around the box a hell of a lot more than a lot of the clunky midfielders I've used so far already, Rob. And for that reason, he's got a 9.75.
Ooh, okay. What was it that let him down?
Just that he's not got the, you know, 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills or anything. You know, there's always something that can make them the 10. But for this point in the game, Rob, I don't think you're going to get a better midfielder outside of, you know, like your Yayas and your Marquizios and the such.
Yeah.
In terms of just gold cards, this guy, I think, like him and KDB are probably the two best you're going to get. In terms of value, Rob, I've given him an 8. He's 85,000 coins, which is still quite a lot at this point of the game.
I don't
But
think it's
once
that
again,
terrible, though. If you're saying he's up there with, like, the best gold centre mids on the game, like, what else are you going to spend your money on? Because it's such a difference between him and the next level up, which is like a Yaya Marquisio, isn't it?
Yeah, so the reason I gave him an 8 is more that if I've just started the game, he's not the player that I'm signing for 85k.
No.
You know, I'd be signing him once I've got a good basis of a team already. I've got a good attack.
Yeah.
Got a decent defense. He was a luxury upgrade for me, but he's one that I think I'm going to find it really difficult to go back to a lower level of midfielder. I think he's here for the foreseeable, Rob.
I like it. What about best chem style?
For chem style, Rob, Shadow is the only one, in my opinion. I don't think Anchor benefits him. Like I've said already, he's the type of guy that he's going to intercept a hell of a lot more than he's going to tackle.
Yeah.
And having a bit of extra pace, it never hurts. Genuinely, Rob, this year, I know obviously everyone's talking about lengthy men all the bloody time.
Yeah.
But I think on your midfielders, especially CDMs, you don't really want that. I think you want controlled, just so they're a bit more balanced. They can cover the space pretty well, but also at the same time, they're not kind of penned into either being explosive or being into being lengthy.
Yeah.
So I think for me, controlled for CDMs is probably the better move.
Yeah, there you are. I mean, it makes sense. Do you think it could play as like the lone CDM?
It depends on what sort of system you play in. So, say you've got good backup in terms of your fullbacks, I'd say yes. If you're somebody that attacks a little bit more with your fullbacks, I'd probably say no. Simply because with Frenkie being so good on the ball, you kind of get a bit tempted to go forwards with him. Little tip, by the way. I've not used it too much yet, but the new player instruction, deep line playmaker, I can imagine being really, really good with Frenkie. Just because, like I say, he is so good on the ball already. He could get you out of a good press and then play the ball out, and you can have like 2 more attacking midfielders maybe.
Yeah.
In general, Rob, though, I think kind of a CDM in a 2 CDM formation is his best position.
Well, there you are, boys. If there's anyone else you want to see reviewed, let us know down in the comments. If you've got any questions for Jack about Mr. Frenkie, also let us know. Follow us on Twitch, sub here, like the video, follow us on Twitter, do all of that. In the meantime, I've been Robbie.
I've been Jack.
We've been Backpage Gaming. See you later.
See ya.